if Tanjiro met a different Hashira? What if he met Tengen in Season 1? Could Tengen have recognized Tanjiro's potential and resilience as quickly as Giyu? Most people on the internet believe that Tanjiro and Nezuko would have been killed the second they were spotted by another Hashira, except Mitsuri. I have some ideas about how the anime might progress if Tanjiro and Nezuko had been found by Tengen instead. In my theory, Tengen will not eliminate Nezuko, as despite his flamboyance, he has showcased a certain level of understanding and compassion in various situations. Moreover, due to Tengen's friendly nature, he might be more inclined to offer guidance rather than punishment. In this scenario, the story might be less aggressive and focus more on teamwork. Witnessing the profound bond between Tanjiro and Nezuko and reflecting on his devotion to his wives, Tengen would extend his mentorship and protection to the siblings. Drawing from his extensive combat experience and mastery of the Breath of Sound style, Tengen would design specialized training regimes tailored to harness their strengths. Tengen's training will enhance synergy and coordination between the siblings, making them a formidable team, capable of facing the most formidable demons. Not to mention, Tengen's influential position with the Demon Slayer Corps would further serve to advocate for Tanjiro and Nezuko, ensuring they receive support and understanding, rather than persecution. Tengen's intervention would likely be more beneficial than Giyu's in retaining Tanjiro within the Demon Slayer Corps and safeguarding Nezuko. This is because Giyu, often seen in isolation, was frequently criticized or misunderstood by many Hashiras. His strategic acumen and extensive network of allies would provide invaluable resources and intelligence, aiding in their mission to combat powerful demons. Tengen's flamboyant and outgoing personality would introduce them to diverse cultures and perspectives, enriching their worldview and fostering mutual understanding. I also believe that Tengen would not have lost his arm if Tanjiro and Nezuko had been trained by Tengen, as there would have been better understanding and coordination while facing the Upper Moon Demon. Now that's just one possibility of my two theories, where Tengen will personally train Tanjiro and Nezuko to make them a deadly duo. In the second theory, when Tengen Uzui comes face to face with Tanjiro and Nezuko, the first thing that comes to his mind is to kill Nezuko, and he tries to do so. When Tengen attempts to kill her, Tanjiro gets in his way. Due to Tanjiro's interference, Tengen is unable to kill Nezuko painlessly, and instead flicks a deep wound, causing Nezuko to cry out in pain. Seeing his sister in pain, Tanjiro loses his mind. He's not in his senses and starts breathing heavily, having already witnessed his entire family's dead bodies. Now seeing his sister's blood all over, he goes berserk and starts screaming. Tengen notices that the mark on Tanjiro's head has changed a little. His hair has become redder and his eyes are filled with hostility for him. He observed that the kid in front of him is using some breathing technique. Without realizing it, Tanjiro is actually using the sun breathing technique. Tengen tries to say that it was not on purpose and was an accident, but in the blink of an eye, Tanjiro is standing in front of him. Before Tengen could take a step back, Tanjiro slits his throat, and Tengen falls to the ground bleeding from his throat. After killing Tengen, Tanjiro returns to his senses and looks at his hands, realizing what he has done. He checks Tengen, but he's long gone. Tanjiro falls to his knees, crying and regretting what he's done. Before he can do anything, he looks at his sister, who's crying in pain. Tanjiro rushes to Nezuko, picks her up and takes her back to his house, starting to treat her. Thankfully, he manages to stop the bleeding from the wound, and Nezuko suddenly heals herself. Tanjiro now realizes that his sister has become a demon. Without knowing that he's killed a Hashira, as soon as the sun sets, Tanjiro leaves his hometown with Nezuko, so that no trace would lead to him. He now knows the obstacles that are about to come in his journey of saving his sister. Now Tanjiro and Nezuko are both wanted fugitives for killing Tengen Uzui. Tanjiro has been in hiding and traveling all around the world to learn about the mysterious strength he activated when he saw Nezuko in pain. After months of searching for them, Tanjiro finally finds the scroll of the sun breathing technique. He starts to read them and discovers that he's the descendant of the sun breathers. To protect his sister from demons and the Demon Slayer Corps, he begins training himself from the scrolls, fully aware of the formidable opponents he will have to face in the future for the sake of his sister. In the third theory, when Tengen Uzui first encounters Nezuko and Tanjiro, the dashing Hashira is immediately drawn to Demon Nezuko. Considering Tengen's nature and drive to eliminate demons from the world, he recognizes Nezuko as an emerging threat. Believing that eliminating her is the right decision to prevent calamities, Tengen tries to confront Tanjiro with the intent of slaying his sister. Tanjiro, being a young guy who still hasn't recovered from the loss of his other siblings and mother, stubbornly defends his sister. Suddenly, Tengen without hesitation attempts to strike down Nezuko, while Tanjiro, who's witnessing this sudden assault on his sister, is consumed by despair and rage. Their bond, forged through countless hardships and memories, reaches a tragic climax as Nezuko falls victim to Tengen's blade. Tanjiro remained motionless, overwhelmed by the crushing burden of the grief he had experienced. Tanjiro feels helpless as he couldn't save his sister from the flamboyant Hashira, whose speed seemed unmatched. Hanufada earrings, the symbol of their family bond, will now serve as a haunting reminder to Tanjiro of his failure to protect her. As the dust settles, the chilling silence is interrupted by Tanjiro's gut-wrenching scream, a raw outpouring of grief that echoes through the forest. The flames of vengeance burn brightly in his eyes as he vows to avenge Nezuko's death, to eradicate Tengen and the demons that took everything from him. With every waking moment, the image of Tengen Uzui looms large in his mind, a constant reminder of the one responsible for his sister's untimely demise. Tanjiro immediately disappears into the forest and begins his strict training, knowing that confronting a Hashira like Tengen Uzui would require careful planning and formidable strength. He seeks out ancient scrolls and texts to increase his knowledge of breathing techniques, hoping to discover any edge that could help him in his mission. Every piece of information and every technique mastered brings him one step closer to his ultimate goal. As time passes, Tanjiro's determination only grows stronger. He trains relentlessly to achieve perfection and full control over his skills and breathing techniques. On this path of self-improvement, Tanjiro has faced many demons, and with every demon slain, Tanjiro feels a small semblance of satisfaction. Still, the burning desire to face Tengen Uzui remains everlasting. The word of Tanjiro's relentless pursuit of vengeance spreads throughout the demon-slaying and demon community, earning him both allies and foes. Some view him as a beacon of hope, proof of unbeatable human determination, a perfect demon slayer who will save the world from the terror of demons. Some view him as a daring rebel, consumed by sorrow, posing a danger to the Hashiras and the Demon Slayer community because of the fiery vengeance burning within him. Finally, the day of reckoning arrives. Tanjiro, armed with newfound knowledge and a pair of his black Nichiren blades, sets out to confront Tengen. The road ahead is filled with danger, but Tanjiro knows that he must face his adversary, not just for his sake, but for the memory of his beloved sister Nezuko. The stage is set for an epic showdown, a battle determining the fate of the souls bound by tragedy and destiny. As the swords first clash in the quiet night, tension fills the air. Every move is a careful mix of attack and defense. Tanjiro, fueled by grief and vengeance, unleashes a relentless barrage of attacks, each strike echoing his determination to avenge Nezuko's death. In contrast, Tengen, with his years of expertise, counters with precision and finesse. Yet as the ferocious battle reaches its peak, a subtle shift occurs. Amidst the flurry of strikes and evasions, Tanjiro begins to perceive glimpses of Tengen's underlying emotions. Memories of Nezuko, her gentle spirit and unwavering kindness, resonate within Tanjiro's heart, serving as a poignant reminder of the humanity that exists, even in the most hardened warriors. The intense desire for revenge she once felt starts to fade. In its place grows a deeper understanding and a newfound awareness of the challenges they face together against the world's demons. Seeing no point in continuing their fight, Tanjiro and Tengen reluctantly put down their swords, both showing clear signs of weariness from the battle. After their intense fight, they agree to a shaky peace, forming a bond based on their shared pain and respect for each other. Embracing the wisdom of collaboration over conflict, Tanjiro and Tengen join forces with the Demon Slayer Corps, their combined strength and unwavering resolve becoming a beacon of hope in a world overshadowed by darkness. From the last theory, we can infer that in every path Tanjiro treads, in every encounter with the Hashira, one truth remains unwavering: Tanjiro's unwavering commitment to humanity's well-being. A clear sign of strong compassion and strength, their journey goes beyond just revenge, turning into a deep search for understanding and unity. As we reflect on Tanjiro's transformative odyssey, let it serve as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of empathy, the redemptive potential of forgiveness, and the unyielding spirit of humanity in the face of adversity. Now it's time to check this other cool video about anime. Click here to have a look. Go on, click it!